Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. Congratulations to those who took a monster short there for Solana. Unfortunately, I had to run to the vet. We missed our opportunity there right when the FOMC meeting was taking effect, but generally best not to take any trades into it. However, those who did found some good benefit here. Let's take a look at our chart I sent out on our playout chart here earlier today. An obvious head and shoulders pattern here that played out perfectly. This lower 0.786 fib level at about 172. The question I get right now is, do we just take a long in the blind, or is it going to go lower? My ultimate goal is to get in at 165, but now that this lower liquidation level has been swept, we may want to reconsider. Let's go ahead and take a quick look and kind of see what's going on. And I do want to say, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. You've been trading for a while. I know I have. I'd love to have you on board if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCache.tech is the site, link down below. I more so wanted to say thank you so much to my community members for always liking the videos and getting this in front of more people. It really helps not only grow the channel, but gets less people destroyed overall. Because again, those idiots out there using 50 to 100x leverage trades with some high position sizes, they're getting destroyed on situations like this, especially those that are blind to the obvious facts here that we have a lot of bearish divergences. That may be not the case anymore. So let's go ahead and double check that. So let's look here first and foremost. We can see 170, 175. Most of that liquidation, that lower level has been swept. So we anticipated that. That's not the reason why it was swept. It just coincidentally, Bitcoin is dropping like a rock. And if you know what Bitcoin's doing, you pretty much know what Solana's doing right now too. Solana is fairly well paired with it too. And it's funny because I get some people in the comments, they're usually the trolls. There's occasional trolls that watch my channel. And they're the ones that are so dead set on how amazing a coin is, they fail to recognize that technical analysis does actually play a part. Again, this isn't 100% guarantees, right? There's nothing 100%, but the truth is, if I ever tell you something is going to go down in value, you shouldn't take offense to it. You're in the wrong industry, okay? Emotions don't matter in trading. That's probably why you keep getting destroyed and why you're so salty. What I'm getting at here is that all the liquidation levels have been swept to the downside minus, keep this in mind, minus 165, which is another reason why I have my eyes set on that, or my potential. That's basically the perfect place. And that would make sense, because if Bitcoin pulls back to the 63, possibly 60,000 range, we're going to see Solana in the 160s, possibly even lower at that point. The main reason why I think that's a good reality is because our CME gap just got filled at 65 to 66,000 on CME futures. And if you're not familiar with that, we can see that this guy got filled here, and we still got this big gaping hole here that needs to be filled as well. Okay, so again, it's important to recognize that's still an elephant in the room here, and it's something you gotta be mindful of, right? No guarantees, but CME gaps tend to get filled more often than not. Future reference too, I do have besides my university and trade alerts here in our Discord, I've got a live chart section. If you're part of our group, feel free to check that out. I've got the CME gap in there, as well as a few other key important charts for you. So let's take a look here at Solana, kind of work our way down, see what's going on. Because when we look at the rising wedge here, that's a pretty obvious breakdown. Rising wedge plus head and shoulders pattern, it's pretty definitive. Okay, and just to clarify, so you understand, in my trade alert section here, I was able to bring this to our attention here. Head and shoulders, rising wedge, higher probability of downside. Unless Bitcoin rallies back to 70,000, we should see Solana drop to the lower fib levels, which we've seen happen here. Again, wait for FOMC, generally best practice, but hindsight, I wish I hadn't waited and I went with my instinct on this one. But I'd much rather, again, err on the side of caution than make a big mistake. Okay, so all that being said, let's look at where we're at now, because we are starting to break somewhat bearish, but we're not quite there yet. Just keep in mind, just because we broke free from this rising wedge doesn't mean we've broken free from an important moving average, which is the 20. The 20-day SMA is right there at about 170. We may see that tested here soon. Okay, if so, then that should work as a support range for us, but we will see once we get there. The truth is that most coins are diverging on the MACD, Bitcoin included, and it's not a favorable sign. It just implies that majority of the market is going to continue going lower. You'll have these little outliers of coins that keep spiking, but taking a long right now in the market is just not a good call. There's no other way around it. And if you saw my title from my earlier Solana video, it says, "Be careful trading Solana today." Generally talking to those who are blindly long and trying to buy every single dip. When we take a look here at the RSI, we can see we're over 50, which is still good. It's not a bearish sign, so we're still okay. Bitcoin's even at that point where it's testing 50 on the RSI right now as we speak. So again, maintaining above that's important. We haven't broken there. We're still okay. It's not the end of the world, but we have a lot of indications here that the price is more likely to continue lower. We lose 172. I think 165 is going to be even a bad deal at that point, because it's probably going to continue lower. once key level supports are broken, a lot of weird, crazy things happen. And just to clarify, so you can kind of see it here, it's a pretty obvious line in the sand here at 172. I'm rounding up, 172. It's a pretty obvious level. 4 days in a row, the price is like, no, we're not going any lower. We're retesting it now, likely to break through and bearishly backtest as a descending trend. Okay, so again, we'll bridge that gap when we get there, but this is not looking fantastic or favorable, regardless of how awesome this coin is. So when we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can recognize we're under 50 on the RSI, we're getting close to the 30. 30 on the RSI and 20 on the money flow index, the MFI, generally favors a constructive bounce. I talked about this with Bitcoin the last time at Bitcoin rally, just to clarify, kind of give you perspective here. Last time we saw Bitcoin rally and we had 30 on the RSI. The price action did really well. Here it is, right there, right there. If you kind of zoom in, you can see the price did a pretty significant increase of about almost 10% from bottom to top. And that's when the price action was at 30 on the RSI and 20 on the money flow index. Okay, I'm just bringing that to your attention. Just because one thing happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but it's a common characteristic you'll see in overextensions where everything is truly bearish, but the 4-hour time frame tells us, generally speaking here, that we are getting close to a bouncing point. It would make sense that this fib level recovers here quickly too. Again, Solana's been bouncing back fairly strong in general. However, I don't really trust the price action right now, and I'm not going to go ahead and take a long at the blind because there's too many confirming factors letting us know the price is more likely to go down than up. Hourly time frame, let's quickly confirm this. Cloud has been rejecting the price action the entire time. Conversion line is way below the baseline. Lag and span's free and clear. There is no reason to take a long position right now. Okay. Now, me personally, I don't like taking a short right here. So if I'm going to wait, which a lot of times I miss my opportunities, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan to wait until the price recovers to this 176, 175 range, the point, basically the golden pocket. And I'm going to try to short at that level there to the next fib. That's generally what I'm going to plan to do. That's what I'm doing with Bitcoin at this point, waiting for Bitcoin to get up to 66,000, which may never happen. If it does, I'll take a short gladly to the lower fib level. All right, so that's generally how this is supposed to work. But truth is, we could be bottoming out here soon. We don't know that yet, but minus the 4-hour RSI and MFI, we really have no indication to take a long position with this. If you take a long right now with high leverage and you have success and you show other people on social media that you are just amazing because you took a high risk trade, I don't know why people trust you. I don't know why that is a thing now, and it kind of bugs the heck out of me. I don't know if you could tell, but it's frustrating to see that that is a very successful method for people. Successful by getting people to believe that it's the way that crypto works. It's not successful in the long run because those people are getting destroyed on the back end. They're probably using $2 to show you how awesome their 7,000% return was. Anyways, it's just crazy to me. It's dumb, but it is the way that it's the world that we live in. It's the markets, just the way it is, okay? Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. If you want to become a better trader, do me a favor, CryptoCache.tech, or more so, just do yourself a favor rather. But reach out to me. Feel free to message me, questions, concerns, whatever the case. It's all here in a Discord and website. Of course, our website has similar features there, but that's the best way to acknowledge that or to touch on that. Quick congrats to our community members for some nice profits on Caspa today. We hit our all-time high, 50% profit there. AVAX 22%. We almost hit our second target there. And last but not least, make sure you check out Bitunix, folks. These guys are awesome. We've been trading with them for over a year. No KYC or VPN required. Excellent rewards. You use my link to register. If you've used my link previously, you're automatically eligible. Just go ahead and fund your account whenever. It's all good. Great company to work with, or exchange rather. They've been treating our community very, very well. Thanks again. All right, folks. Thanks for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.